Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Addicted Fishing. We are sitting here today. We're gonna do ourselves a little crabbing. There's a ton of people here. It's about the nicest Saturday I think we're gonna get in November. But I've got my crew of hardy individuals that are gonna turn into the slave pot pullers. Check them out. We got Gage, Fair, Riley, and my son Layden. They're bundled up, life jacketed up, and I'm gonna put them to work. So hopefully we're gonna get a bunch of good crab. We have a bunch of other little things that we're gonna do to try to catch them, and maybe we're even gonna do a competition. I got a special catch and cook lined up for you guys tonight. I did some prep work a couple days ago, just getting ready for it. I'm super excited to do it. It's my first day crabbing down here in November for the 2022 season. So got Blair, BGS Guide Service. You guys have seen him on some of the live feeds and some of the other addicted fishing stuff. So we're gonna get out there. We gotta get to work. Do. Man, so tide's still just running out a little bit, so we're a little early, but there's a lot of boats out here. Everyone's after the bounty of the Columbia River today. But we've got a little area here where there's not a lot of pots around. I'm gonna try to keep all my pots really close together today because it's gonna be busy and I wanna be able to watch them. And then we're gonna put the boys to work. I brought some snares, some fishing rods, and maybe some other ways to catch them while we're letting these pots soak and everyone gets real bored, wants to get anxious and pulls them. You gotta let them work. So I think we're gonna get some gear out. So the way I like to drop pots is I always try to throw the buoys out first, because with this current, with everything running, you want to make sure there's no tangles in the line, or else it's going to sink your pot in these heavy currents once the pot goes down and pull the buoys down. So you got to use every bit of your rope. I got 100-foot ropes, and we're only going to be crabbing about 30-35 feet of water. Let me throw those out the back, throw those out the side of the boat. Throw it that way. This is exactly what you're trying to prevent, because if I would have sent this down with the pot, and then this loop would have caught up in the buoy, would have ate up a bunch of my rope, or would have sunk my pot. I'll make sure that the rope is all nice and strung out like that. Now I'm going to take a chicken quarter here, jam that in there, making sure the pot is nice and secure. And what you always got to do is see this right here. See how that door was flipped up? That one, this pot wouldn't have caught very many crabs. So you got to make sure that all your doors are in check. Everything is going to drop down and swing nicely, because if it doesn't, your crabs will get out. This one's kind of being a little orange too. Somebody hand me the yellow pliers back there. There it goes. Okay. It's so important to check your guys' doors. Make sure that everything is situated. Got a good spot. I'm not dropping it too close to any other pots. And this is going to be our first one out. Right. Ready? Yeah. Ready?
No, yeah.
Who's hungry?
Here we go. Eat it.
Boys are good? All right. All right, guys, so we got the pots out. Just chilling for a little bit. Tide's still running out, but what we're gonna do is start getting our snare rods ready. But I am gonna make one of our own little homemade snares. It's just I got some old line. And all you want to do is just wrap it up, keep wrapping, keep wrapping, keep wrapping. We're going to put a little bait in here and a weight. What happens is you put a little hook in there, a little piece of chicken, and the crabbies will try to like get in there, get their claws in there, and of course they got all those little spines and hooks and points, and they're going to end up getting caught in that. So we're just going to pull that out. Grab me your rod out, Layden. All I'm going to do is just try to hook a bunch of that line in there, and hook the lead in there, and just wrap this all up together so it doesn't come out. Pull that all out. Now, hold that, Blair. Some of the other snares we have don't have a lot of, I think the current's running too hard, but I think we could probably do what we can just to get that one down. I'm just gonna put the meat on there. Nothing fancy. Just push a, ooh, got some chicken skin there. If you didn't know, chickens are natural prey for Dungeness crab. If you didn't know. So you want to, so they really like going after chickens. They're mortal enemies. There, however we can do it. Look at that. Jumbled mess. You guys are probably like, what in the heck is he doing? Guys will go up and cast this off the bars. And the key is you got to make sure your loops are big enough to actually catch them. Just trying to make sure all that's just as tangled up in there as I can. Woo, down she goes. I'll let that sit down there and marinate for a minute. Oh, I'm getting a bite. I'm getting a bite.
I got it! Pull it out! Let's go! Grab, grab, grab! Pull, 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 move! Let's grab! Go, go, go! Let's go! Let's move! Go, move! I am. Here it comes. Got crab! Yeah, that's 3.
There's some big ones.
All right, guys, so the tide's finally chilling. I figure we better let those boys pull them up. That is our first keeper.
Nice.
So crab over here have to be 5 3/4, and the way we measure them is it's 5 3/4 from the inside of that guy to the inside mark here. And you go right where those little points are and measure, and if it's touching, it's a good legal crab. So I got my crab dinner tonight. I don't know about you guys, but I got one. So he's a keeper. So that's one. Now here's the rule. What we do, so I keep track. You guys always just load, when we get crabbing hard, you guys are gonna load all the crabs into the bucket, and then I count them for like a double check when I put them in the fish box.
Okay.
Right now, I don't know if that one's gonna go.
Oh.
Oh, he's a keeper too. Cool. And they gotta be male, of course. They have to have a point. If they're round, they don't count. So, oh, that one's well good, yeah.
3 keepers?
3 keepers. So the tide's been bad. We just wanted to do a quick little check. Wanted to make sure the grounds were fertile. And we moved that pot away from other ones. So we can actually throw the buoys, guys. And we're gonna stuff that one full of bait. And hey, it's a good start, guys. Good start.
Grab, grab, grab it. Pull, 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 pull.
Pull those 𝗛𝗘𝗟𝗣 𝗪𝗛𝗥. Is it in the motor?
Yeah. It's not on though. It's fine.
I know it's not, but move, guys. Move. Everybody move. I'll just pull this damn pot. How about that?
Sorry.
Ugh. It ain't that heavy. It's heavy enough. Ooh.
Oh. 4. Okay.
All right. You guys, keep checking. You're good. Put him in the bucket.
This guy's a
Bucket.
He's a keeper.
He looks short to me.
This guy looks big.
Hold on. Nope. He is well good.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, he's good. That's a no-go.
Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oh, that's a no-go. Yep. So this one is short. Let me show you what I mean by short, guys. So see how I locked him in there, and see how it didn't touch? Didn't touch there. Oh, we'll see you next season. Whoop. Hey, I think we got half dozen already. Got half a limit already. Jeez.
Oh yeah. Ooh, there's a big one. Oh my! Yeah, we got a good look. Look at that one.
We've got keepers. We've got keepers. Oh my God.
There's some donkeys.
I know. For a very short soak on a bad tide, these are already like. Oh.
Look at
Okay.
the size of them. That's for sure.
Did you even measure that one, bud?
I did.
Oh, okay. Oh, you measured
yeah.
female. See how wide that is, circular that is? So even though she's a keeper, I didn't like her personality. She's gone. Oh, yeah. Buckets of crab.
That was a female.
That's a really small one.
These are all. Keep.
What I like to do is I always like to put 10s in there.
Okay.
And then just keep filling the bucket.
I like that.
10s go in there, and then this way I'm kind of an idiot, so I don't lose track.
I like that.
So, the first round we got 15 keepers, just like I said, during the bunk tide, but I think the next set of pull is going to be like when we get them.
Yeah.
Actually, I just need a chicken leg for this one.
Okay.
So the idea with this guy,
Venus flytrap.
exactly. I've never used these before, but what else are we going to do while we're letting the pot soak? So the idea is that when this thing falls down to the bottom, it lays open. There'll be a piece of chicken there. And it'll lay on the bottom, and then when they pull it up, whoop, it collapses up like that. So we'll give it a shot. Hand me a chicken leg, and it's got this cool little feature. Look at that. You think that's gonna work, guys?
Yeah, maybe. Probably.
I'm not hearing a lot of confidence from you guys.
I said it would.
Layden, go to the front and drop it straight down. Nice and slow. And then when it hits the bottom, it should pop open. You're gonna have to give it slack.
I know.
That motor is running.
Look at that meat! Get the meat! Here it goes! Oh.
Meat.
Alright. Oh,
No.
you still got him! Little guy though. He ain't gonna work. It worked. Kinda. Now this is the only one I've ever used before and done well with.
Crank, crank, crank. Don't stop. Don't stop. Go.
You got one. Oh! It worked! It's a female, but it worked. Okay, well, drop down. Do it again. It worked. Layton got one too.
Alright.
That's a big one. That's a big one. Very big one.
Get it out of there, bud. What do you got? Oh, you locked it. Oh, he dropped. He fell off.
No!
I'm trying to catch him again. Dang it.
No!
Yeah, dude, he had a big one there.
That looks like a keeper.
It definitely looked like a keeper. Okay. All right, we're figuring it out. We're getting closer. A couple shorts, a female. Had one right, it shook off right at the net. I hate when that, right at the net. I hate when that happens.
Oh, I got a nice one! That's a keeper.
He does.
He's a keeper!
Let's
Dude! He literally, oh no, he had that one out for a little bit. Look at that.
I'll let this thing out for 15 minutes.
two. No, it wasn't.
Okay,
Oh, I hope he's a good one. He's gonna be close. The snare works, guys. Look at him, Barnacle Billy there. That's a keeper. Hey, it worked. Dump it in the water.
Layden
I got
got
one
one.
point.
Bonus crab.
I
Bonus
got
crab.
1 point. You got something.
Yeah, just hold on to the butt of that rod.
He's got one.
Oh, dang!
Yeah, he got one. He got one. Oh my gosh. Yeah,
there.
dude. Another one.
There.
Look at that. A monster.
Yeah,
Monster.
Whoa.
Let's go.
Dude, fair.
Three-way.
Look, the snares are working, dude. We've got three
Keepers.
bonus keepers while we've been sitting here 10 minutes
Yeah.
waiting for pots to soak. Look at that. That's like a nice one.
Good.
Oh, dude, super, like super firm too. full crab, full crab.
They're all checking them now.
Yeah, they're all, they ain't gonna stop now.
That's right.
Look at him. He's got two. He's got two.
No, get that!
Oh, I missed him.
Dang it!
Oh yeah, that was a keeper too, for sure.
I had to reel it in faster.
I don't know if this one's a keeper, but that other one, no, this one's not. But that,
Dang it!
but that other one for sure was a keeper. We should have like a little net ready, but I don't have any nets in the boat today. Dang it.
That was so
See you
good
guys.
one too.
Get it back out there.
Going.
There's crowd, there's crowd, there's crowd. Oh, little guy. Good job though, we got one.
Give me your delicious meaty food. Oh, we got two!
Don't, yeah.
They're done. We got two keepers, I think.
We got one keeper.
Your homemade snare stuff.
Oh, he's feisty. Oh, he's freaking way good, dude. Nice, good one, man. Good, clean crab.
Yeah, they're
Meatball on there. Woo. And we're gonna go like just a little bit over that. Oh my gosh, game over. There's gonna be like 10 on this one. The weather's gotten nice. It's gotten beautiful out here. Got Mr. 𝗛𝗘𝗟𝗣 𝗪𝗢𝗥𝗗 holding the boat perfectly still to let these boys do it. Don't have to drop the anchor or do anything. So it's kind of just letting us sit here and chill. We got about a 2-foot chop on the water, but it's not bad. And now the boys are entertained catching fish on snares, which now, after seeing this, I think when I do all my guided crab trips, which I do out here a lot around like Thanksgiving and to Christmas, I might have to get a few more of those collapsible snares to entertain the clients from not wanting to go, oh, we gotta go pull the pots, we gotta go pull the pots. Just be patient, let it happen. So far, so good.
the metal part in the middle, you can tell that they're bumping it when the thing rattles, and so that once you just do it, they're done.
You can see you got a bite on them. You can sense their presence there now. Or
Yes,
you just
yes.
full of crap.
I can sense they're there.
You are a liar.
There's one there right now.
There's one there right now?
Yeah.
Really? Let's see
Bet.
it. Let's see it. There better be one there.
Wait. There's one here.
Oh, you said there's one here. There's not. There's not.
Ah! Oh, I took my bait!
Oh, no bait either. Oh, no bait.
So it was a crab.
All right, listen up.
Now he has
We're gonna leave that one in. We'll get some more bait on it. Let's go pull.
Yeah.
I think we need to go pull one more round to see how long we need to do it. Yep, bring everything needs to come in. Oh my gosh.
I sensed its presence.
Watch the rod tip, don't break the rod.
I got it. Here, let go.
Layden, you sure you didn't sense it on the other rod?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
That is a mondoid.
Yeah. I don't think
Dude, the snares are sick.
It's 4-1.
All right.
Can we do this later?
We just got a half dozen crab just dinking off.
Yeah,
That's fun. Okay, now we're, yep, you're gonna have to go get me some snares.
Get it. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's huge. Oh, just one? No, that's huge. Oh, one just that one. No, there's a one just that. There's another one. Bye-bye. That is a keeper.
Yep.
That's a down.
Okay, there's a lot. I mean, not a lot.
Okay, we got 4 keepers. We got 4 keepers. Oh, yeah! Woo! Yeah, that's easy.
This could be a limit pot right here. It could be 12 keepers in it easy. I don't understand why the other pot was right next to it and only had like 4 keepers and this thing was just stuffed.
Bucket.
Same pot that
I think
smashed
oh, look what he did. That V. Caught a biggie. Okay, check theirs.
Nothing. Lift your leg. I need you to lift.
I can't understand.
Yo, keeper. That's the snare got him.
Snare got him.
2 to 4.
Here, I'll get it.
Well, we're back in the snare game, I guess. Now don't let it fall on keeper.
Oh, oh, dang.
Yeah, he's good.
Hey, somebody bring that rod in.
Oh,
Jumbo.
oh no.
Oh, it's 2 of them.
Baby.
I still don't have anything.
Goodbye.
All right, we're gonna, we moved a couple pots around in between the 2 poles, but this is gonna be our second official string. And I think we got 36, 38 right now. So we are sitting about, honestly, where we wanted to get. And we might be stocking the gear and getting on down the road, hopefully. Hopefully they're loaded.
Jump in.
We got this one. We got this one. Thank you. Really need a cheerleader. There it is. Oh my. Oh yeah.
Let me in there. Let me in there. Okay.
Oh, never mind. Oh, we got some nice ones.
Feisty one.
Oh, I got one, not 2.
Oh, that's huge.
There's at least 2 keepers in there. Oh yeah. Lots.
Well, that's a great, this is a great pot to end on.
Yeah.
I think there's about 10 keepers in there. Bring the bucket.
That's crazy.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
8, 10, 11.
pull it.
11 in that pot.
Well, good one to end on.
Heck yeah, we needed that.
Yeah. Well, 50, 53 or 63?
53.
53, good enough.
Yeah, that's
We got a lot of work to do
full
now.
thing. Wait, what?
We got a lot of work to do. Let's roll. So we just got home. We're gonna cook the crab, and on the way we had a little incident. And I'm gonna leave a lot to the imagination, but we hit a very large 4-legged critter at about 65 with no brakes. Unfortunately, it ruined my front bumper. We had to bend it out, so we're a little late.
Out of nowhere, a little doe just pops out of the bushes and stands right in the middle of the road. My dad grabs the wheel. He doesn't want to hit the brakes because there's 6 of us in the car. Doesn't want to swerve into ongoing cars, and so pops out. I can tell I can look over. My dad's like, and then I'm like, I look forward and then boom, just there was no time to stop. Just under the truck, whole side of the boat just bloody. Next thing we know, we're out of the truck fixing the bumper because it was touching the tire. And yeah, so we can make it home. And then I think it was a tow truck guy came over, see if we're okay, and he was like, he picked up the deer. The deer's in the back of the car, or in the back of his truck. We look at it, it's destroyed. And he's talking to Blair, and he's like, you guys can get a shoulder out of that. And I'm like, my dad's over here saying, no, it's gonna be mushy and bloodshot and just nothing's left on that thing. Just boom. Just we ran it and hit side, it hit really hard, went under the boat, just done. Nothing left.
So now we're back at home. Things have settled down. You guys have gotten the poor little doe deer story that ran out in front of me. So I like to steam my crab. I don't like to boil them in a full pot of boiling water. So I put about that much water in there. We get that to the hottest roiling boil that you can get. Put the crab on top, let it re-steam, let it reboil 13 minutes. Once it starts steaming and popping again, and then that's when you know your crab are gonna be done. I think it makes the crab taste a little less washed out instead of boiling it in all of it. But there's a couple different ways to do it, whatever fits you. Comment below if you know what I'm talking about, if you've steamed your crabs instead of actually gone with the full boil. And let me know if you like that over one of the other ones. I am gonna put a little salt in the water just to kind of get taste. We're going to, I'm just gonna boil these down because we've got crab cakes to make, and I don't think I need to go too crazy on the seasoning right now. You know, we're gonna do the crab cake thing, and then of course the melted butter fresh out of the shell. So we're not gonna go too heavy on the seasoning today, just a little salt, water. We're gonna get these crabs cleaned and start cooking them. Crush it in half. And if you get a nice clean cut, you don't waste any meat. Guts go out. Pull off the mouth pinchers. 2 clean halves. Now all you guys in the comments saying, oh, you gotta cook them whole, you gotta eat the crab butter, blah, blah, blah. I'm not that guy. But I understand if you like it, hey, good for you. I don't. Boom. Rolling boil. We're gonna throw these in, bring it back up to temperature. When I see it just steaming and rolling hard again, because when you put these cold crab, these were iced down on the way home. So you don't want to count your time because you cooled that temperature down, and some of them on the top, you know, you might have some chances of undercooked crab. So we're gonna bring that back up to temp. It's gonna happen quickly because there's less water and more air, and that air is gonna heat up a lot faster with that steam pushing out. We'll let that sit, and we're gonna mark 13 minutes from the time that that's cooking off again. In the meantime, I'm gonna get back to cracking. So it's steaming pretty good. It's boiling 13 minutes. Right now. That's what you want. You want to see all those steam bubbles and temperature coming up and covering all the crab. But you also want to make sure that the pot does not run dry, because then you run the risk of burning them. So it's, you know, you got to put, for this pot this big, I couldn't tell you how much, I put about that much water in to make sure that I don't boil all the water off. Because if it gets dry, it'll be nasty. You don't want it. Woo! First batch done. Steaming. Ooh, we're gonna sneak a little leg action out of there. Oh, oh my gosh. Good. Very good. First batch is done. I'm guessing I'm probably gonna have to do 2 more. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let these cool off just for a few moments in the open air. But then we're gonna ice them down, because if we're not gonna eat them hot and fresh right then, you don't wanna let those crabs just like take a long time to go from a really hot temperature to cold temperature. So we're gonna ice these things down in a big con cooler, and then get ready to come in and start cracking to prepare our crab cakes. Just for now, we're gonna throw a layer down. So we're gonna put a big layer of crab down, and then we'll put another thing of ice over the top of it. But that should cool them off nice and quick. And then, like I said, then we gotta get to cracking, because we're gonna need a lot of that stuff for crab cakes. We're gonna pack this one in. Go! All right guys, so we made it home from the crab trip today. Awesome weather, the kids had a ball, everything went great except for the deer. Rest in peace, little doe deer. But we've got a bunch of Dungeness crab shucked, shelled, and ready to go for our crab cakes. I've got our ingredients right here. Let's get started. So I've got some very basic ingredients to make your crab cakes with, but one thing is that you can make crab cakes with a whole bunch of different stuff. You can add more garlic, you can add different flavors, different consistencies as far as using olive oil as your binder instead of mayonnaise. There's a lot of variation, but you really always want to make sure that you have something that keeps the crab meat and everything together, so when you cook it in the pan, it'll actually stay together, not just fall apart in little pieces. What I prefer in my crab cakes is Dungeness crab, of course, a little bit of green onion, some eggs and some mayo, and a little bit of lemon. And I'm actually gonna try a couple experiments with that. We're gonna do some with Ritz and maybe some with a little bit of panko for an outside crust, give it a nice consistency. And then we're gonna dress them when we're done with some sour cream and some cowboy candy jalapenos that I made up last week. So if everything goes to plan, it should be good. But by no means, this is not a finite ingredient list. I'm gonna mix them up. I'm gonna make the consistency that I'm looking for. Hopefully I'm gonna be able to show that to you guys. And then we're gonna hit them in the hot olive oil. Okay, so first off, I'm gonna just make 2 crab cakes with the Ritz crackers. So I'm gonna get a pretty good handful of Dungeness crab meat. I'm gonna probably say this is a cup, maybe a cup and a half. So a good amount there, probably a half a crab's worth. And I've broken that up into smaller pieces. I know some people like to have the big chunks, and I know that's really desired, but it's a lot easier sometimes if you just break them up, make it a little easier to work with. Then I'm gonna add some Ritz crackers, and I'm gonna go a little lighter on the other ingredients and kind of keep adding them until I get the consistency I want. So I'm just gonna take about 6 Ritz crackers here and crush them up finely into the crab meat. Next, I'm gonna add 2 eggs. And those eggs, when they cook, are going to hold all together, especially as the egg cooks itself. Next, we're gonna add a little mayo. And green onion. And I like a lot of green onion in mine, so we're gonna kind of go a little heavier on it. Okay, so now that looks like a hot mess. And I can already tell that, remember when I started with those 6 Ritz crackers? We're gonna need to add probably double that just to get the consistency that I want. And I'm gonna keep kind of adding crackers just to make sure I get a little bit of a drier texture that I can actually push and mold the crab cake together and then be able to fry it. You can already see just adding those crackers is making a huge difference. I think I might just add a few more. There we go. Mold them up. I'm gonna go like a medium high heat. So we'll wait just a moment, throw a little olive oil in there. Not gonna go too crazy. There's a lot of mayonnaise and egg and everything in the crab cake. So we're just gonna kind of like try to coat the pan a little bit, let that heat up, and we're gonna very carefully add our crab cakes into that. Now, a lot of people will take those patties and then coat them with another coating of some kind of breading. You can use panko or actually take another layer of crushed Ritz and make it, but we're just gonna go with the straight crab cakes today on this batch, and I think we might try some with panko here in a minute. I'm gonna take my patty here, and in to the oil they go. Unfortunately, the crab's already cooked, but I did put raw egg in there and stuff, so I don't necessarily want to cook it on super high heat. You want to give it some time to kind of warm everything up and cook everything through again, but you also really want to be careful that you don't overdo it, because if you overdo crab, even if you like overboil it or overcook it in any ingredients, it tends to get like really tough and really gristly, and it doesn't take much to do that. So we're gonna let these cook just a few minutes, let them get nice and brown, we'll turn them over and see what we got. Oh, baby. Look at that. Oh my goodness. A little dark there. I'm going to turn that heat down just a wee bit. Okay. The first batch is done with the Ritz crackers. Now I had a little bit left over of the crab, and I don't want to waste it, of course, so I'm just gonna add a little more crab to it and then just add the other ingredients just as needed to get that consistency that I want. A little bit drier, enough that we're gonna stick together, but this time I'm gonna do it with a panko crust, and we're gonna get into the oil. A little mayo, green onion, put a little panko in, just to get that drier consistency that I'll be after. Oh, and an egg. I'm only gonna do 1 egg this time because it's a lot less crab. Dry it out a little bit more. And that feels about right. Sorry, addicts, this isn't some country kitchen like home and garden, you know, professionally put together catch and cook. Like, so you got messy hands, you got messy plates, just, you know, it's real. So some more oil in the pan, just enough to keep them from not sticking. There's a lot of ingredients that's gonna keep it from doing that. And then we're gonna go with a panko crust this time. Oh, look at these guys. Woo. They're coming out perfect. Oh, panko crusted. That's gonna be a very close tie, I think. Get the idea. Okay guys, pictures, thumbnails, everything's done. Got my crab cakes here. We're done making it look pretty for you guys. Now, the all-important taste test. So, I'm gonna go with non-panko Ritz. Got a little bit of that sour cream, a little of that cowboy candy jalapeno on there. Yeah. That jalapeno just adds a little more sweetness to it. But you can taste the green onion, tons of crab. There's really not much else to it. Even though I added mayonnaise and egg, you know, you really get the crab. And like, you know what, when you put all that time, you put all that effort to get a Dungeness crab, like, you want to enjoy it. But like I said, the jalapeno and the sour cream complement it, but you're not washing out the crab meat. Absolutely amazing. Fresh, light, great. Let's go panko, add a little lemon on that too. Okay, now for the panko, we're gonna go a little jalapeno on there, a little sour cream, oops. It's hard to eat with the camera shoved in your face, guys. I'm just gonna be honest. Definitely notice the crunch from the panko. So, my recommendation is if you like to have the crunch of the panko, add it, but you still taste the crab. This has got to be the most ridiculous catch and cook I've done. Absolutely amazing again. The sour cream, everything. The lemon actually adds a lot to it because lemon always goes good with seafood. You guys know that. But if you like the crunch, add the panko. If not, just go with the Ritz. You're not going to be able to go wrong. I think Sean and I are going to get into this stuff here once we turn off this camera. I'm super excited to do that. If you guys liked what you see here, as always, be sure to check out this other video right here. We thank you guys for tuning in so much, but if you liked what you saw and you're new to this channel, be sure to subscribe. Here's the comment of the day. We'll see you guys on the water.